We've heard some reports from DHS as much as a 1,000% increase in assaults, and we get a nightmare scenario this weekend. The DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin shared this on Saturday. This was Saturday afternoon. She said, this morning during routine patrolling in Broadview, in the same area of Chicago that law enforcement were assaulted yesterday, our brave law enforcement officers were rammed by vehicles and boxed in by 10 cars. Agents were unable to move their vehicles and exited the car. One of the drivers who rammed the law enforcement vehicle was armed with a semi-automatic weapon. Law enforcement was forced to deploy their weapons and fired defensive shots at an armed U.S. citizen. This is crazy. And not only is it crazy, what you're witnessing is an insurrection. In fact, as Stephen Miller points out, this is what they call a seditious insurrection. This is domestic terrorism. What else would you call this? And what kind of support is ICE getting from Chicago? What are they getting from Illinois and the Chicago Police Department? I've got bad news for you. They're a part of an insurrection as well. Listen to this. The Chicago Police Department decided not to support the men and women of ICE and instead ordered their officers to stand down. Caller is one of approximately 30 armed Border Patrol agents, and they have in parentheses ICE, who are being surrounded by a large crowd of people requesting Chicago Police Department. And Chief of Patrol writes the following: no units will respond to this. No units will respond to this, they say. That is as effective as a full-blown endorsement of terror against ICE by a city and state that is run by Democrats. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're witnessing is the beginnings of a civil war. That's civil. When you endorse violence against your political opponents, who in this case are just trying to enforce the law, you're endorsing civil war in the United States. Do you understand how insane and destructive this is? It's completely out of control.